Well, welcome to Psalms as we, through June and July, read the book of Psalms, and through it we shall bless God. It is a wonderful book of poetry, of hymns, and of prayers that speak of both life and our experiences of life, both the sorrow and the joys. It speaks of wisdom, and it speaks too of praise. And so we come to Psalms, and we started yesterday with our first psalm, Psalm 1. And before we get to our psalm today, Psalm 8, I'd just like to kind of go back just ever so briefly. So we read yesterday, or if I just make this a little bit bigger, perhaps, that might help, mightn't it, as well? There we go. We read yesterday in Psalm 1 these words: "Blessed are those who delight is in the law of the Lord, and of his Son, and of his law they meditate day and night. They are like trees planted by streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season." We read yesterday these words here, where we said and suggested that that if we read this story, we will find a delight. If we meditate upon this story, we will find something that blesses us. And I think when we come right now to read the words of Psalm 8, we will find, as we meditate upon these words, a delight, a pleasure, and something of blessing. So let's go to Psalm 8 now. Here we go. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. Out of the mouths of babes and infants, you have founded a bulwark because of your foes, to silence the enemy and the avenger. When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have established, what are human beings that you are mindful of them, mortals that you care for them? Yet you have made them a little lower than God and crowned them with glory and honor. You've given them dominion over the works of your hands. You have put all things under their feet. All sheep and oxen, and also the beasts of the field, the birds of the air and the fish of the sea, whatever passes along the paths of the seas. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. So this is our beautiful reading today from Psalm 8. And what a beautiful poem it is. Let's just perhaps first of all note the refrain at the beginning that comes at the end as well. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. We can see that right here at the beginning. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. So at the heart of this psalm is a psalm of praise, a praise to God. And it's a praise to God and speaks of really something of the story of Genesis 1 about creation. For we hear, you have set your glory above the heavens. It's a story of God's creation. Yeah, we have this strange verse in 2. Out of the mouths of babes and infants, you have founded a bulwark because of your foes, to silence the enemy and the offender. Now, it's quite often, those may sound strange, but quite often in these ancient scriptures, not just within our Bible, but other ancient scriptures, at the end of creation, a fortress to have been built by God. And we see that here. God has created and a fortress has been built. But it also talks about enemies and offender. And those opening psalms from Psalm 3 to 7, if we read them, what we will discover is stories of lament, story of sorrow, stories of enemies and pains and hurts that then leads to this psalm of praise. So let's just have perhaps a really quick look at some of these here. So we have here, O Lord, how many are my foes? Many are rising against me. Many are saying to me, there is no help for you in God. Give ear to my words, O Lord. Give heed to my sighing. Listen to the sound of my cry, my King and my God, for to you I pray. O Lord, in the morning you hear my voice. In the morning I plead my case to you and watch. O Lord, do not rebuke me in your anger or discipline me in your wrath. Be gracious to me, O Lord, for I am languishing, O Lord. Heal me, for my bones are shaking with terror. My soul is also is struck with terror, while you, O Lord, how long? O Lord, my God, in you I take refuge. Save me from all my pursuers and deliver me. Or like a lion, they will tear me apart. They will drag me away with no one to rescue. So what we discover as we come to our beautiful psalm today, when we get there, Psalm 8, is, O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. We've moved from sorrow to lament to praise. And as we look at this praise, what do we read here? When I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars that you have established. We hear, as we look up at the stars and the skies, the wonder, the majesty, the beauty of God's creation, all with one finger. This is a mighty, powerful, wonderful, glorious God. But when we consider all that wonder, we then read, what are human beings that you are mindful of them, mortals, that you care for them? Those words speak perhaps of our frailty, in the grandness of all of the universe, our insignificance. Yet God has a care for us. Yet you have made them little lower than God and crowned them with glory and honor. You have given them dominion over the works of your hands. God, who cares for us, that is, in the grand scheme of the universe, of very little significance, has given us dominion. Dominion not to exploit, but to care for this beautiful, wonderful nature. You've put all things under their feet. All sheep, oxen, and also beasts of the field, birds of the air, and fish of the sea, whatever passes along the paths of the seas. We are to care for all. We have dominion over all, to care for all. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. And so here we have a beautiful and wonderful psalm that centers upon us in the middle there, about our insignificance, but despite that, God's care for us, and that we are to care for creation, for all that is on this planet. And what we hear is that actually our faith is not one of exploitation, but centered around praise. O Lord, our sovereign, how majestic is your name in all the earth. Centered around praise and thanksgiving to God should lead us to care for this beauty of the world. But also, we hear in this psalm the majesticness, the wonder, the awe, and the power of God that has moved us from those stories of sorrow and lament to praise. That here we may think, if in our days we suffer and we struggle and there are hardships, let us acknowledge those things. Let us, in our raw truth telling, give them to God about our challenges and sufferings we face. But within it too, also acknowledge the wonder and awe of God, who has a care for us. So let us go forth from here to bless the Lord. Until tomorrow, it is goodbye and God bless.